Hi, Peter Charles here, Hooked Fly Fishing. And today let's look at a very common casting problem that practically every newcomer to the sport suffers from. And that is using their wrist too much when they cast. And the result of using your wrist too much is you end up with these wide open sloppy loops and very, very poor stopping points. So let's take a look at what that wrist problem actually looks like with a fly rod and a fly line. This is a wrist cast, and a lot of people think that's what fly casting is about. But in reality, we hardly use our wrist at all. We're just using our forearm. And we're bending our arm at the elbow, not the wrist. And that is the key to making your rod tip go in a straight line. So you can see using your wrist too much is going to cause you to have these big, wide open, sloppy loops. You won't get a good cast. You won't be accurate. You won't have any power. You won't be able to deal with wind. All sorts of things go wrong. So how to fix it? Well, one quick little way is if you have enough of a cuff, you can tuck your butt of your rod into your cuff, and now you can't bend your wrist. But that can get a little uncomfortable. You could pop the button. Things can go wrong. What I used to use with my students is one of these rod straps. It's neoprene and it's stretchy. This one's called Rod Glove Wraps. I have no affiliation with the company, it's just what I happen to use, but there's others out there. So what you would do is you don't have to put it on tight, just, put it around your wrist. Always fun to put around the wrist. There we go. Now you just hook the butt of the rod in the neoprene. If you find it a little loose, you can tighten it. Now you can cast, normally you can get a bit of movement, but not much. And this controls your wrist. So when you're out, you could even wear this fishing if you wanted to, because it's easy to remove the rod and put it back if you have to take your, take your rod out of your hands, for example. But you can control that wrist movement. You can't use very much. It forces you to cast from the elbow, not from the wrist. You'll get much cleaner loops, you get much better stopping points, much better power, and it's a very simple fix. So when you're practicing, use one of these neoprene straps, and as I say, you could even wear them fishing if you wanted to when you're starting out, because casting with the wrist just creates a whole host of problems. You just don't want to go there. So, and it's the single biggest problem that I find newcomers to the sport suffer from, is they just can't stop using the wrist. And a simple strap will let you prevent that problem. So give it a try. It works. Cheers.